Welcome to What's the Buzz, the podcast that spotlights local business leaders, bold ideas, and the heartbeat of the South Shore. Produced by Marshfield Community Media and recorded at South Shore Hive, each episode features authentic conversations that inspire, inform, and energize. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or giving back, this is where connection meets community. Buzz by and see what's happening. This episode of What's the Buzz is brought to you by Cote Law Group, trusted legal counsel for today's business leaders. From startup formation to contracts and corporate guidance, they're here to help your business thrive. All right. So what's the buzz, Sean?
The buzz. The buzz is getting what's the buzz buzzing, right? Trying to build things. I think that's going to be the theme of this, whether it be the Hive or community media, Marshfield Community Media. Can't really do anything without a group of people around you, right? Mm-hmm. To help you kind of get there and be part of that community that you're building. For us, being in Marshfield, the big thing is just like being of service to the people of Marshfield, having the things that they want, whether it be whatever's going on at the school or the local government stuff, or just trying to fill in the gaps left by declining local news. Mm-hmm. Just trying to be of service, right? For you to exist as an entity in the community, you kind of need to be something that people need in the community, and we're just trying to fill in those needs.
We do a great job, and community is where it's at, and people need to have a place where they feel like they belong, a place where they feel like they can get good information, a place where, you know, you've got such great resources there for the local community, for local business owners, for the school community, for, you know, just the neighbors of the South Shore, Marshfield and beyond. Mm-hmm. Right. So I used some of your services last week, which were really exciting. I think more businesses could take advantage of the tremendous resources that you offer. I mean, you've got some of the best media, best equipment, first of all, right?
This is all our equipment right here.
Amazing. And people can actually rent the equipment, but also hire your team to come and do all kinds of media things for them on site, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking to do more and more of that. Our main funding mechanism is cable revenue. So, you know, people, if they have a Comcast or Verizon cable subscription in town, we get 4% of their cable subscription. And that's kind of declining because people, obviously, they're cutting the cord. They're getting streaming services, which I don't have a cable subscription, but so I understand exactly why people cut the cord on that. And so we're just looking for ways to be of service and make, you know, up that revenue that we're losing. Not a lot. It's not like a steep drop. We're not hitting the panic buttons right now. But it's just something we need to keep in mind. So being of service to the community is a good way to kind of ensure that we continue to survive for years and years to come.
Well, you have a great offering too, and you've got great resources at the school as well. I mean, if people haven't been to your studio, it looks like a TV studio. I mean, a true like breaking news desk. It's amazing. I wish I had the resources that you have at Marshfield High School. The program that you have for those students, it's amazing what they have access to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think if I had the chance to go to that school with all of the equipment like that, I would have been. I could have ran a news desk. That would have been so exciting. I love what you do there, and the kids come out. They've got such good hands-on experience, and you know, right now, I mean, college is really expensive. So to be able to find what your passion is or what you think you want to study at the high school level is really impactful because a lot of kids they leave and they're not even sure what they want to do next.
Yeah.
So to get that hands-on experience is like incredibly invaluable.
Yeah, and your son Jack's a testament to that program, right? You know, he came through the program. He was an intern for us for a year, and you know, I just kind of let him just do what he wanted to do. He was going out there on the field with this, his camera, just getting these awesome highlight reels, editing those together. And then he went to school, and he's doing that, and now he's got an internship on Cape Cod with the baseball league.
Yep. He actually, I mean, you guys just took him under your wing, and he just really got the opportunity to just try everything. Yeah. And it was so impactful, and I mean, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience, and he's you know, then he came to me, wanted a camera, and I'm like, Jack, like, this is, so all this stuff to have that experience to have been able to tinker with it at school was really awesome. And then I just kept saying, well, what if they never gave Beethoven a piano? What would we do? So,
exactly.
And he's still doing that. So, yeah, really, really fun to see that. And I think people need to, regardless of the industry, I think it's nice when you get to be a certain age when someone older can mentor you, can take you under their wing, and there's really something nice to be said about that. And I think, Jack reported to you, so you have that really, really cool kind of relationship there, which is awesome.
Yeah,
so.
And not even just him. We have he graduated last year. His name's Tyler Pinero. He's a workhorse for us. He's doing an internship for us right now over the summer. And he really came into his own. He came in, he wanted to do just like Jack. He wanted to he had ideas about what he wanted to do, and we just let them do it. We love being a sandbox for these kids.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, we obviously have things that we need as a business, them to do, but we also want to facilitate their creative interests as well. So like our requirement, cover a couple things or edit some things for us, and then we'll facilitate your projects. And we pay our interns, which is something that a lot of places don't do. We pay our interns. We pay them not only to do what we want them to do, but also what they want to do as well.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you still looking for interns this summer?
This summer we are full, but we're always open to a conversation to see how we can work with these kids. Even if we don't necessarily have an internship, we also have memberships for students. It's like $15 a year.
Oh, wow.
And they get access to all the hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of, high-tech equipment that we have.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, what about other memberships? What other kinds of memberships do you feature?
So they all kind of cover the same sort of thing, but we have, a regular community membership, $30 a year. You get access to everything.
$30?
Oh, yeah. Plus training.
Plus training.
Plus training. Yeah. Whatever they want to learn.
Wow.
We facilitate.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's and you've got amazing state-of-the-art equipment. That's great. That's great. And how can people find out about that?
MarshfieldCommunityMedia.com.
Awesome. Okay. And then, in terms of what's going on with our series here, What's the Buzz, we want to be able to cover a lot of, rising stars in the community.
Yeah.
We want to cover a lot of businesses that are expanding. We want to talk about, movers and shakers, big events that are happening all along the South Shore. And summertime's a great time for things to be taking place on the South Shore. So what are you excited about bringing to the series?
Just getting people's perspective on, why they do what they do. You see people at these networking groups, and they'll tell you, hi, my name is XYZ, I do this. But just kind of getting to know people a little bit below that surface level. Who are they? Why do they do what they do? Not just what do they do, right? And then finding out, why that's important to them.
What's your why? That's a huge one, right?
Yeah.
What motivates you? What drives you? Why do you do the things you do? Why do you show up the way you do? Why do you want to, go to the next level? All that be your best self stuff that I'm so passionate about. That's great. So what big things are on the horizon this summer? Big festivals. We just had somebody in around Marsh Vegas Festival. I think there's a Situate Heritage Day coming up. So we'd love people to share information with us about their events that they have coming up. And then I think there's some new restaurants and things popping up and new businesses. Like Marshfield is just expanding and blowing up like crazy.
I love it.
But, we want to cover more than just Marshfield,
Yes.
right? So the whole South Shore. So people have ideas for things they want to share with us. They've got some buzz of their own. They want to help get the word out, help us generate some more buzz. We're all about it.
Yeah, exactly. If you have a business or if you want to come on and talk, please.
We'll be here. We'll be here at the South Shore Hive making these recordings. And this studio is just so fun. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
This studio was this was a labor of love, to say the least. So we're going to have an interesting story coming up in a few weeks about how this whole thing came together. And what's on the other side of this wall is a really good story. And that's a grand reveal that'll be happening in Marshfield. I'll tease this a little bit in July. So there'll be some buzzworthy news coming up around this. And the story in that episode will be really special. So
Wonderful.
I'm excited about that. And where's your favorite place to go on the summer, on the South Shore in the summer?
The South Shore in the summer. I love being down in Green Harbor. There's something about the boats, the the restaurants, just the summer vibe. It's New England Americana, right? It's
quintessential. Yes.
Yeah. It's like almost it's exactly what you picture like when you think of New England in the summer, and I love that.
Exactly. My favorite spot is just as you're heading down to Hummerock, and just as you round the corner and you see Polcari's and you see the Bridgeway and the boats and that little the bridge right there, and it's like a switch just flips.
Yeah.
And then you just feel like you're on vacation, and I feel like you could be anywhere in New England in that moment. It just feels it's a nice spot.
It's like a movie.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. There's been a few movies made here.
There have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think The Equalizer 2, if people watch that, the final part of the movie, the town that it all goes down in is Brant Rock. They came to town, I think that must have been like 6-7 years ago now.
That was before COVID, I think.
Yeah. And they made the place look like a hurricane had come through. It was crazy. We had a staff member that worked as a production assistant on that shoot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's before COVID. I remember because I remember being at the bus stop, and the bus routes were a mess because of the going around the Hollywood, all the sets and all the equipment that were sort of taken over. So I remember that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I didn't know you had somebody that worked on that. That's cool.
It was really cool. She had a great experience with that. And then Chief Tavares, the police chief here, he was in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he pulls over Denzel Washington.
Oh, good. I did not know that.
He does the pullover on him, and he has a couple lines in the movie, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a Screen Actors Guild member.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I had no idea. I think there's a few spots on the South Shore that have been used for movies. We used to live in Milton before we moved here, and they were filming. Hollywood came to Milton at one point, and they had all the gear and all the crew and all the signs were all around the neighborhood, and the streets were blocked off.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't even go in the house. They just used the exterior of the house for the shot. And from what I remember, they changed out the front door.
Oh, wow.
And I think they took the door with them when they left. It was kind of funny. So
yeah, they'll come in. I know in Brant Rock, they a couple people they wanted to film in and around their houses, so they like changed the exterior of some of the houses. Then when they were done, they changed them back, which is cool. They cover all the costs of that, and then they pay the people for that time. But it was funny when after they made the place look like a hurricane hit, they cleaned everything up, and then I think a week later a hurricane actually hit.
Well, I wonder if Hollywood's which looked better.
I know, right? Yeah.
Which looked more impactful. That's funny. I have a friend who she used to, I don't know if she still does, help production companies find locations to shoot. Because I know there was a big tax credit for the film community. There was a big Massachusetts tax credit that went through many years ago. So there was a lot of films that were coming to be shot in Massachusetts as well. I think they were making like a movie studio.
In Plymouth.
Yeah. And I don't think that ever actually happened.
Unfortunately, no.
That was a bummer.
It would have been really cool.
You know, at that time, my hairdresser, someone came into my hairdresser's location, and she just sat down in the chair, unassuming, and she was the person looking for a hair and makeup person to work with in that studio.
Oh, wow.
So she was just sort of like secret shopping, and that was really exciting, but then it just didn't come to be, so oh well.
I've always wondered what kind of person goes out and does the scouting for the locations. Because, like, how do you know about these places? You just go to random places? Are you asking? Is it word of mouth? You know, I'd love to get to know someone that does that.
Well, you know what? That's funny. So that I can do a future show about that, because
Cool.
I have a friend who does. She does rights and clearances for product placement in TV and movies, and she's worked with a number of producers. And she actually did do a ride around with David O'Leary when he was looking to find places to make. I think he was working on American Hustle at the time, and he was looking for a place to shoot Joy. So with Jennifer Lawrence, and I think that was in Malden, I want to say. But I know she spent the day driving around with David O'Leary looking at locations.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's a very cool job. Very cool job. So yeah, how people find these jobs, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But very cool when you can get that work.
Yeah, hats off to him. I never would have thought of being able to do that as a career, and people are out there doing it. I love it.
Yeah, she gets brand placement deals. So you might see a pair of sunglasses on LL Cool J in Hawaii, and she'll get like pictures for her client. It's
a box
really,
of corn
really cool.
pops. Like,
yeah, yes, like everything that's on TV or in a movie has to be that they have
Cleared.
to have the rights.
Yeah.
So really interesting work. Really interesting. Very niche. You
Yeah.
know? That's sort of what I like about the folks that come through these doors. They all have a different story. They all have really different businesses. But the collaboration is it's really where it's at.
Mm-hmm. And that must be nice, you know, owning and operating the Hive. Like, you get to see so many different types of people. Like,
yes, I love it. Working with people, that's bringing people together, bringing the right people together. That's really the work that lights me up. And that's really what I've been doing my entire career, is putting the right people together for the right purpose, for either new business, strategic partnerships, media opportunities, just client growth. That's something that is my passion. So to be able to do that every Friday upstairs here with Coffee and Connections it's a great group. We've got about 35 business owners, and our tagline really is meet, connect, collaborate. So we meet once a week, and it's a perfect way to start your Friday and like just ease into the weekend. So, you know, we laugh a lot, which I think is not the norm in a lot of these networking groups that are like, you know, we're just as serious with passing business and having definitely results driven.
Yeah.
But we just have a different take on it. You know, you don't have to be so serious all the time. And we have a lot of fun. We laugh a lot, and we get it done. So, and then you go off and go off into the weekend on a really high note, which is great.
Yeah, I love it. I've been here a bunch of times, and I always have a good time when I'm here. So thank you for that.
Awesome. Today was crazy.
Yeah.
We had a visitor day that just didn't stop. We had almost 20 just guests registered, and a bunch of people came in that weren't even registered.
Yeah.
So people just kept showing up. It was like a clown car of just awesome people showing up. It was great. Such great energy. It was electric in that room. It was fun.
You could hear it from outside.
Oh, you could?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that. The Hive was buzzing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Quite literally.
That's great. Well, that's what this was the intention. The intention of the Hive. The Hive was meant to buzz. So, you know, and we do that in a lot of different ways. So that's something that, you know, from my perspective as the owner and, you know, my consulting work with people, like, how can we make your brand buzz? How can we build this to the next level? How can we get, you know, in front of the right set of eyeballs? How can we drive and position you for more growth? So I love it. I just love it. And this feels so right to do this collaboration with you.
Yeah, likewise. It's been great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to getting this podcast up and running, and hope you folks at home are enjoying it.
And if they want to be a guest, what's the best way for them to engage with us?
Probably reach out to either of us, you know, either through the Hive or Marshfield Community Media. If you want to plug the best way people to talk to you.
Yeah, sure. So southshorehive.com or ValerieMcSorely.com. Please feel free to reach out. We're looking for guests to feature. We're looking for sponsors to support us. We're looking for interesting stories. If there's a buzzworthy event that you've got coming up that you want to have some coverage, if you are looking to bring a remote podcast to your next event, we are available to do that. We can interview your team. We can do all kinds of fun things. So reach out, and we'd love to work with you.
Yeah, and you can find Marshfield Community Media at marshfieldcommunitymedia.com.
All right, Sean. I think we've got some buzzworthy things on our horizon.
Yes, we do.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. This episode of What's the Buzz has been brought to you by Cote Law Group. We thank you for your generous support. When it comes to wills, trusts, and estate planning, they're the team you can trust.